student teachers. I'm happy to meet you all through this virtual space. Today, let us discuss about educating exceptional children with focus towards underachievers. We shall come to know about who are all called as underachievers, what are the cause of their underachievement, what are their characteristics, and as a teacher, how can you help them to get through underachievement and be successful in academics and in life. An underachiever is a person who fails to achieve their potential and does not do as well as expected by their peers. Underachievement can be caused by factors like perfectionism, low self-esteem, or lack of support, potentially leading to missed opportunities and untapped potential. Underachievement happens when the learner is not living up to their perceived full potential or meeting expectations in different areas of life. Understanding the reasons behind underachievement and addressing those key factors unlocks their full potential and helps them live their best life. Many define underachievement as the discrepancy between an exceptional result on testing and actual performance, which does not compare against the expectations for students of the same age. In other words, it can be described as the difference between potential and the outcome. However, it is a fact to be accepted that developing a definition in comparison with potential is fraught with difficulties as there is no measure for capacity. Yes, underachievement is a discrepancy between potential and the actual performance. Underachievement can be caused by many factors, including emotional causes such as fear of failure, fear of success, pressure to conform, low self-esteem, perfectionism, and lack of support. Environmental causes like cultural influences, lack of a supportive academic environment, unsupportive family structure, social problems, difficulties in the home and educational setting. Other causes may be learning difficulties or disabilities, lack of basic skills and study habits, inappropriate educational activities, lack of opportunities in the society, too high or too low expectations of parents, low self-esteem, peer pressure, and behavioral problems. You, as a teacher, is able to find out what lies as the basis of the underachieving student. You can start solving the problem. Always remember that it takes some time to set up a working strategy for underachieving students. How to identify the underachievers? Here are some ways with which the teachers usually use to identify underachieving students. First, you can let your students complete an intelligence test to see how a student performs. Secondly, test your students in groups. Then observe the student. You know your students best. You can observe how the students behave and also when their behavior changes. The most important thing you have to remember is underachievement is a behavior. This means that it can be modified. Coming on to the characteristics of underachievers, using the checklist originally created by Carolyn Coyle, we can identify positive or negative behaviors in underachieving students. Usually, underachieving students see themselves as inadequate, expect academic and social failure, and feel helpless to control outcomes of effort, don't feel free to make choices, set unrealistic goals, are defensive towards authority, feel rejected and isolated, are not willing to risk failure, and show ineffective approaches to problems, and so on. According to Dr. Diane Hughes, there are 6 underachiever profiles a student can take. The rebel, why should I play the school game? The conformist, please don't notice that I'm smart. The stressed learner, it's not good enough. The struggling students, I just don't get it. The victim, it's not my fault. The bored students, there's nothing new to learn. Strategies are there for underachieving students to overcome them. Here are some strategies to support underachieving students. The first 3 underachievement strategies are well-known strategies suggested by Dellis and Berger. Supportive strategies. There are classroom techniques and classroom designs that allow students to feel included. They feel part of the family instead of a factory. Involve the students in making rules, taking important decisions, set up punishments and rewards together, discuss student concerns, create activities based on students' needs and interests. Intrinsic strategies. Once students want to follow their dream and their own goals, students will work harder. If we lay our goals and their dreams upon their shoulders, it won't work. In classrooms of this type, teachers encourage attempts, not just successes. Remedial strategies. Accept the fact that no one is perfect. Every student has their own strengths and weaknesses, as well as social, emotional, and intellectual needs. Use remedial teaching methods to give students a chance to excel in their strengths and interests. The remediation must be done in a safe and supportive environment in which mistakes are considered as a part of learning. Teach the students the value of getting up after a knockout. They will learn from it and do better the next time. There are 5 C's to be practiced to support an underachieving learner. When you have a bored student in front of you, there is a simple strategy to keep him engaged. 5 C's: control, choice, challenge, complexity, and caring. Creating challenging activities, variety, and opportunity for students to utilize their strengths and interests improves their performance and facilitate in-depth learning. To conclude, successful experiences lead to success. Encourage students to go from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. Wish you all the best.